Hi there and welcome back to Year 4 Story Time. Roald Dahl's George's Marvellous Medicine, Chapter 9, The Pig, the Bullocks, the Sheep, the Pony and the Nanny Goat. At that moment, George's mother came back from shopping in the village. She drove her car onto the yard and got out. She was carrying a bottle of milk in one hand and a bag of groceries in the other. The first thing she saw was a gigantic hen towering over little George. She dropped the bottle of milk. Then Grandma started shouting at her from the rooftop, and when she looked up and saw Grandma's head sticking through the tiles, she dropped the bag of groceries. "How about that then, Mary?" Grandma shouted. "I bet you've never seen a hen as big as that." "That's George's hen, that is." But, she stammered George's mother. "It's George's Marvellous Medicine," Grandma shouted. "We both had it, the hen and I." "How in the world did you get up there, onto the roof?" cried the mother. "I didn't," cackled the old woman. "My feet are still standing on the floor in the living room." This was too much for George's mother to understand. She just goggled and gaped. She looked as though she was going to faint. Seconds later, George's father appeared. His name was Mr. Killiecrankie. Mr. Crankie was a small man with bandy legs and a huge head. He was a kind father to George, but he was not an easy person to live with because even the smallest thing got him all worked up and excited. The hen standing in the yard was certainly not a small thing, and when Mr. Crankie saw it, he started jumping up and down enough, as though something was burning in his feet. "Great heavens! Great heavens!" he cried, waving his arms. "What's this? What's happened? Where did it come from? It's a giant hen! Who did it?" "I did," George said. "Look at me!" Grandma shouted from the rooftop. "Never mind about that hen. What about me?" Mr. Crankie looked up and saw Grandma. "Shut up, Grandma," he said. It didn't seem to surprise him that the old girl was sticking up out of the roof. It was a hen that excited him. He'd never seen anything like it. But then who had? "It's fantastic!" Mr. Crankie shouted, dancing round and round. "It's colossal, it's gigantic, it's tremendous! It's a miracle! How'd you do it, George?" George started telling his father about the magic medicine. While he was doing this, the big brown hen sat down in the middle of the yard and went cluck, 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 cluck. Everyone stared at it. When he stood up, there was a brown egg lying there. The egg was the size of a football. That egg would make scrambled eggs for 20 people, Mrs. Crankie said. "George!" Mr. Crankie shouted. "How much of this medicine have you got?" "Lots of it," George said. "There's a big saucepan full over in the kitchen. This bottle's nearly full." "Come with me," Mr. Crankie yelled, grabbing George by the arm. "Bring the medicine. For years and years I've been trying to breed bigger and bigger animals. Bigger bulls for beef, bigger pigs for pork, bigger sheep for mutton." They went to the pigsty first. George gave a spoonful of medicine to the pig. The pig blew smoke from its nose, jumped around all over the place, and it grew and it grew. In the end, it looked like this. They went to the herd of fine black bullocks that Mr. Crankie was trying to fatten for the market. George gave each of them some medicine, and this is what happened. And then the sheep. And he gave some to his grey pony, Jack Frost. And finally, just for fun, he gave some to Alma, the nanny goat. I will find the camera eventually, guys. There you go. That's all for today. See you tomorrow, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.